Can everybody hear me? So tonight, we have a special night. I'm gonna try to get through this. Tonight, we'd like to honor the memory of a man that was instrumental to these 3 wrestling programs. Dr. Jeff Peal was passionate about many things, but one of his greatest was the sport of wrestling. In fact, between the East-West match and the 3 teams getting ready to wrestle right now, this would have been a pretty perfect night for him. The only way that would make it better would have if we could have figured out how to get Ohio State down here. From his state championship at North Wilkes in 1998 as a coach, and I remember that year like it was yesterday because my own high school team was on the losing end in the semifinals that year. To his years coaching youth programs through Team Atlas in the area, Dr. Peal absolutely loved being on and around the mat. Much of the success of North Wilkes, Alexander Central, and Bunker Hill wrestling programs can be attributed to Dr. Peal, either directly or sometimes indirectly through his wisdom and his role as a mentor. One of my biggest regrets is that I didn't get to learn as much from him as a coach, but I could have, but I was able to witness Dr. Peal daily in another role, as a dad to a pretty awesome kid. We'd like to dedicate the following plaque, which we placed in the Alexander Central Wrestling Room. And it reads, in memory of Dr. Jeff Peal, loving father, husband, teacher, and coach. The lives of countless young men and women have been changed because of him. May his devotion to the sport of wrestling never be forgotten. And at the bottom it has a Bible verse that I thought was appropriate. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Then at the bottom it says, with gratitude from the Alexander Central, Bunker Hill, and North Wilkes wrestling programs. So as I was telling Elijah about this the other day, I wanted them, the family, to be aware of what we're doing. As I was telling Elijah about the plaque, I wanted him to know that as new wrestlers come into the wrestling program here at Alexander Central for years to come, they're going to walk past this plaque and they're going to ask, who is this man? And that's going to give us an opportunity to tell the story. It's going to give us the opportunity for them to know how much he meant to wrestling, not just at Alexander Central, but to the area, to the state. And because of that, he will always be remembered.
Thank you for everyone for coming out tonight to celebrate this day for Jeff Peal. As like Coach Williams has said, we're here tonight to honor a man that impacted every area of my life, professionally, personally, and spiritually. The list could go on. Jeff Peal was not just a mentor to me, but I consider him one of my best friends. Our friendship was anchored in a bond over our families and over a bond over one of our favorite sports, wrestling, and the Buckeyes. Take a look around tonight. Jeff Peal directly or indirectly impacted every single person in this gym through wrestling. Just imagine the countless other ways that Jeff has impacted people in gyms. I feel so very honored to have raised my family alongside Jeff and his family. Also having the privilege to have coached with him for many, many years. You know, Coach Williams was talking about his state championships and all things Jeff done, but my favorite wrestling story of Jeff was the first time I ever met him. It was a regional tournament here at Alexander Central. That day, his claim to fame was he got to escort Ric Flair out of the gym because Ric Flair got DQ'd because of his son. So for a lot of people that don't know this in here, Jeff Peal took Ric Flair out of the gym and told him that he had to leave the premises. So that is my favorite story of Jeff Peal. Elijah? Good one, bud. Love you. And thank everybody for coming out to support all 3 teams. Coach Bowling, Love you too, brother.